Alright, so we are continuing to track this storm that's developing here off the Carolina coast. It is still likely to path up into the northeast and affect places like Boston and Providence. However, the impacts at this point do look to be quite minimal. A lot of the guidance has taken the storm now offshore, which you can see here, kind of develops here around Virginia Beach. And then a bulk of that precipitation here, that heavy snowfall, really kind of stays right offshore of Long Island and Cape Cod and Nantucket. Now, I do think that Nantucket will see some snow out of this, potentially as much as 3 to 6. Alright, so this is the projected snowfall from the NAM model here, and as you can see, I mean, the snowfall is just very, very minimal. I mean, only an inch, maybe 2 down here by Nantucket. Now, I do think it's going to snow. I do think that a majority of the Cayman Islands will see snow. However, just how much right now is kind of still to be determined. However, I do think a good area of about 3 to 6 inches, with the best chance of seeing those 5 or 6 inch numbers probably towards the outer Cape here, and perhaps on Nantucket as well. So as you can see, the GFS model really trying to take the storm well offshore here, so not a whole lot of impacts here along Cape Cod and the islands, maybe a little bit of snow. Same thing with the AI GFS, it's saying the same thing with the low pressure being well offshore and pretty much no impacts along the coast at all. We completely just get excluded out of the storm. The European model, the past couple of runs has been trying to show this a little bit closer, but still very minimal impacts along the coast here. Not a whole lot happening, maybe 1 to 3, 3 to 6 here and there. Same thing here with the AI version of the European model. It is saying the same thing. Basically, Southeastern Mass and Cape Cod and the islands could see a little bit of snow, but not a whole lot. So what you're seeing here is the total accumulated precipitation here, and this is the GFS, the AI GFS, and as you can see, very little amount of snow here. Same thing with the AI model. The right side here is the European model. It is going a little bit heavier. The main model is going a little heavier right now with snowfall, potentially, again, 3 to 6 plus on this model here, but the European AI model is kind of similar, but maybe just a little bit more offshore here. You can see what those heavier totals are. So here is my official snowfall forecast. I do think along I-95 we're talking about an inch, at least a coating. Definitely just going to be coatings out west here, and then as you head towards Cape Cod and the islands, I do think there is a much better risk of 3 to 6 inches here. If we were to see 6 inches, the best chance would be probably on Nantucket. So here are the expected weather conditions here for the northeast. Cape Cod, again, you're talking about that snow along with gusty winds. Boston, same thing, some snow showers with some gusty winds, about an inch or 2 for Boston. And then as you can see, as you head towards Hartford and New York City, not much, maybe a passing flurry or 2, and maybe perhaps a dusting here or there, but that's about it for you. And another thing I want to note here is look at these projected wind gusts over here by Dennis, 62 miles an hour, the outer Cape here. Could be talking about some wind gusts nearing 70 miles an hour. It looks like between 30 and 40 for Southeastern Mass, and then up to 35 out here in Western Mass. I think as you head into interior New England, we will also be talking about the potential for some wind gusts of 30 to 40 miles an hour, but not much more than that. If there were to be blizzard conditions, it would most likely be over here on Cape Cod, Nantucket, and Martha's Vineyard. I also do want to talk about the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. As you can see, well below normal temperatures along the East Coast, especially the Carolinas and southern Florida. Precipitation right now looking to be a little bit below average, so maybe a little bit less snowfall in the next 6 to 10 days. For the rest of the month, it is going to be below average here in the east and just a little bit above average as you head out west. But it does look like equal opportunity for rainfall and snowfall across the United States, perhaps a little bit above average as you head into the northwest. So to summarize here, blizzard conditions are still possible on the Cape and Islands. Overall, the storm is a miss for the most part. There still will be some snow likely in eastern Mass. Models are finally coming into agreement that this likely will be a miss for most of us. Any shift in that track, though, will determine exact impacts on Boston, Providence, Cape Cod. Cold temperatures likely to last well into February, and as of right now, no big winter storms after this one.